Alright, so first off, I'd like to say Kal, Alal, Yahweh Bashmi, Ashai, Bashmi, Kakodash. But the honors did have massacred the stone and shalom to the brothers, which should work with the Lord in sincerity and in truth. Right, so the brother Ash from the GMS Water Camp, coming back at you, with another, word from the Lord. So, without further ado, we get right into it. So, I've been doing some thought lately, and things to come, how things are now, and the mentality, right? The mentality of the men doing this, right? The mentality, of how we've been doing this, the type of mentality we're in now, right? Versus the type of mentality we're supposed to be in, right? Not saying that everybody, that no one is in that mentality, right? It's just saying, just to take a closer look at it, to be more defined or definite how where we're supposed to be as we, in our thoughts, right? So the perfect precept for this, actually, well, one of the best precepts, right, is 2nd Ezra 14 verse 14, which is the first precept I have right here. We can just go ahead and get into it. And this 2nd Ezra 14 verse 14, it said, I already started verse 14. It said, let go from the mortal thoughts and cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, right? And that in itself says a lot, right? What is the weak nature we're to talk about? What is the burden of man, right? Is everything else where you set your mind on? Right? Is everything else you set your mind on, rather than deliverance, right? Or rather than the things that we are put on the earth, right? Because it's very good to say that, right? Because you find everything is important to you right now, right? Unless you have a situation that is considered life or death, right? Then everything else don't matter anymore, right? You might be saying to yourself, you want an expensive car, right? But as soon as I go and get point to your head, right? Or you maybe out at sea and the ship will and start to sink, right? You stop think about that. Right, you start think about how you're going to save your life, right? Which is just these things. When these things happen to you, it's just proof, evidence of what is actually important, right? Because what is wealth? If you can't have security, right? If you can't secure it, whether security in your life, right, or security from somebody that's going to take it from you, right? Which means at the end of the day, the most important thing. We have is life, because as you say in Wisdom of Solomon, it says all is vanity and vexation of spirit, right? So you need to be focused on the things were more important, right? Like getting out of getting your ass out are the things that we are come up on earth. Continuing, it says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste to flee from these times, right? You're not supposed to pressure your mind, with carnal things, right? You're supposed to be more. You're supposed to be leaning more to the spiritual side, right? So it said set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, right? And haste to flee these times, like I said before. Whether or not you're mentally been hasting to flee from these things that come up on the earth, when the time comes, when the things actually begin to happen, then you're gonna be hasting to flee from these times, right? You're gonna wish things aren't the way they are, right? Matter of fact, you're gonna have people wishing you can jump back in time when everything was comfortable. You're gonna have people wishing for death. To escape, you're gonna have people wishing for jump to the future, right? You're gonna have people coming up against other people to say they are the cause of this, right? And all kind of chaos, right? That most people they understand, they live like chaos when I come on this planet, right? Most people are start them wailing for now. I'm crying if I know you. Right, but more people live in a bliss, live in a bliss. Right? We people understand the things them. We people understand the things that we are put on the earth, yo. Right? And so like that. And, you know, for the Jamaican people, you can't blame that upon the government. Right? Because the government mislead them. Hold on. Right, so we have two precepts. But they basically I said the same thing, but I get into them. So this is Isaiah 3, verse 12. It says, "Also my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy path." Right? Hey, well, we leader right now can speak about Andrew Holness. Right? You have other leaders, you know, whether church leaders, you know, them politicians, whatever division, right? They, you know, them pastors, you know, whether them South American, you know, American, you know, all leaders for Israel, right? All them do are cause people for area. Right, that's all them do. Right, because they not edify people and the things we come up on the earth shortly. They not doing that. Right? Them, right now all them do are play with the agenda of the enemy. That's all them do. Right? Them trust that the enemy more than anything else, yo. Right? And I leave the people to the slaughter, literally. Right? I don't know if they think they're gonna be saved out of it. Right, but they're not. Right, this new world agenda, it is not for our people, yo. It is not. Right, and the former president of the United States come and teach your people that. Right, it's just that you get back dumb and docile and think that, you know, Uncle Joe is here for you. Right, but Uncle Joe is not here for you. Right, Uncle Joe is just a bigger hypocrite than Mr. Trump. Right, the difference between Joe and Trump is that Trump is not playing a hypocrite, yo. Joe play a hypocrite. This is Isaiah 9 verse 16. It says, "For the leaders of these people cause them to err and destroy, and they that are led of them are destroyed." Right, you people have no other outcome, yo. You're going to be destroyed. Right, and sad to say, the majority of you, no matter how you've been warned, right? No matter how much people come out and warn you, you know, whether them doomsday preppers on YouTube or brothers on the streets, you know, making YouTube videos or whatever, right? The sad end all be all is that you're still gonna die, yo. Right, y'all still gonna go. Right, people go every day. Right, we see that people die every day. The difference what I have now is that people are gonna die by masses, yo. You're not gonna hear one bus crash and kill 10. Right, you're not gonna hear a man get shot, you know, and dead, or two get shot last night or get stopped. Right, it's gonna be by the mass. Right, you're gonna go to in Orchard Stone. Right, and you're going to see bodies on the floor. You're going to see bodies on the ground, on the asphalt, yo, and the pavements. That's what it's going to be like. Right, that's what it's going to be like. Hey, me watch a movie this morning. This is another zombie apocalypse movie. Right, but that's how the city is going to look, yo. Right, the city is going to full of dead bodies all over. Right, you're going to want to go into a city. Let me get that. Real quick, in a second. You can't find a precept, but it basically saying that, you know, you shall want to go into a city and not be able. Check the upper. You know, it's, I can't remember where it was. I can't remember where it is. You know, but just paraphrasing, he said you shall want to enter a city and not be able because of men's blood. I think, but you know, the moral behind it is that, you know, the city is going to be quarantined off by military. We see Jamaica try that exercise last year, them time here when the whole convict 19 star and about so-called, right? Them quarantine off towns, yo. You know, yet them quarantine off Anata Bay, them quarantine off Bull Bay. Like they have a military checkpoint, you know, in to enter and to exit the communities. You know, nobody in, nobody out, nobody out. Right, when I see this, them things are just exercise, yo. Right, you're gonna have that on a mass scale island wide, yo. Right, and hey, right now in Jamaica, they will recruit police and soldiers. Why? Why do I do that now? Why all of a sudden you don't need any subjects anymore if you join the military? Why? Why them I do mass recruiting? Right, because them are gonna need numbers. Right, because Jamaica don't have a military. Right, between Jamaica military and police force, I think it has got close to 20,000. Right, 20,000 people, or 20,000 officers or military personnel cannot police state a country of 4 million people. That is impossible. Right, them can lock down certain major areas to some extent. Right, but what happens if them areas start fight back? Right, them in a trouble. So they need to recruit. They need to recruit military and police, yo. You think the government don't know what's coming? The government know exactly what's coming, yo. That's why Andrew Wallace the other day, him say him have to be careful how him do things, because him a try to avoid and he use the word perdition. Right? Perdition, I know, but he can't avoid it, yo. Because it was prophesied that is going to happen. Right? We see it, and it's not like something far-fetched, because we see it happen all the time. Right? You see it happen in Egypt, we see it happen in Libya. Right? That is perdition. It's when the people of a nation rise up against the leaders and fight against the leaders. That is perdition. When they rise up against the government. Right? Let me get that for you real quick. That one is supposed to get. Second Ezra, 15. This is Marvel's natural cooking. That's why I got one to the King Deal for. Yeah, there we go. We need the upper. Alright. This is second Ezra's 15 verse 16. Say, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. right? Them not regard Andrew Holness, they not regard Tufton, they not regard Vaz, right? They not regard none of them, yo. None of them kings, none of them princes, they not regard them Al Sharpton, they not regard them they not regard them children, right? They not have no regard for them kings and them princes, yo. Right? Them gonna realize, right, to some extent, the deception that has been going on. Right? And and Andrew Wallace, they're gonna come for you, yo. Whether or not you want to say people talk about doomsday, whatever, and perdition or whatever. The fact is that it's gonna happen, yo. Right? You see coming down the pipeline. As we said in the last video, right? You have two things to deal with. Right? You have the Jamaican people, right, to deal with, and you have the elite who give you the mandate to deal with, right? So, but if you go the way, if you decide they're gonna be truthful with the people, right, you're gonna be fair and honest with the people, then you're gonna have the elites to deal with, right? And if you go the elites way, right, and do what and fulfill on their mandate, they're gonna have the Jamaican people to deal with, right? So you can't escape, you be a hard place. Right, motherfucker, just you and them other leaders. Just you and them other leaders. Okay, you think they're gonna escape you? With Alright, so this is Isaiah 28. I think let's start at verse 15. Hold on. Alright, this is Isaiah 28 and 15. He said, because he has said.
It's time, you know what?
Hold on. Isaiah 28 and verse 15 says, because he has said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. Right? So you think because you work with the elite, you think because you and them in a count, you think because you sign these treaties, you decide say you go ahead with them plan or whatever, you think everything alright. Right? So you say because you make a covenant with them, which is they make a covenant with death and with hell, are you at agreement? Right? You are saying when overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Right? Because as I say, you made lies your refuge, because you've been lying to the Jamaican people. Right? It's one of the two things. It's either you know and you're lying to your teeth, right? Or you don't know and you're ignorant. Right? But me personally don't believe you're ignorant to the whole matter, because you tried to leak it out back in 2012. You tried to leak it out, yo. Right? You know the agenda. Right? You know what the plan. Right? That's why hey you know the plan, because as we said I was in the last video, your administration said that it's between 30 you are 30 to 36% complete where the sustainable development goals are concerned. So that means you know exactly what's going on, because you couldn't be pushing to fulfill on those goals unless you know what's going on. Right, so you make lies a refuge, yo. Right, but if you think for a second it's not gonna come back to bite you, you have a next guest coming, yo, because you're not the one in charge, right? You're the one you make allegiance with, they're not the one in charge, right? It's your Bashimi or Shai who's in charge, right? And you're gonna learn that the hard way. Hey, you see, if you go on RT right now, or Google anyway, and you type in with a UFO or UFO thing, UAF. Yeah, UAF or UFO. One is unidentified aerial phenomena. I think UAP, I don't remember, but on UFO, which are unidentified flying object. Right? You see them chariots up and down, yo. They mean the sky going crazy, right? All over the world, right? Them fighter jet pilots tired, them get so many close encounter, right? It's become the norm for some of them, right? Yeah, if them ships out in the sea, them see them all the time, right? Without going underwater, coming back up, making all type of maneuver, yo. Right? You have one pilot that was saying. One Navy, because I think as a pilot, I work with the Armos who's the Navy. He's an aircraft carrier, and I don't remember. Right, we can type it in on YouTube, right, or on the internet. You can go in the news media, because even CNN has released that information now. Right, him say, based on what him say, right, is 100 years beyond whatever technology we have right now on this planet, yo. Right, what do you think those things are? You think they're aliens out of space? No, they're the chariots of the Lord, yo. Right, they're the chariots of the Lord. Right, those are the angels flying around, getting ready for that great so-called invasion, as the white man put it, yo. Right, but it's not going to be any invasion. It's the Lord coming back, just as promised, yo. For years, we've been brainwashed with this fairy tale, Jesus and what name? This Jesus and Pegasus, coming bursting through the clouds, coming down. Right? It's a fairy tale, that, yo. It's a fairy tale. Right? When the Lord comes, it's gonna be magnificent, yo. Right? It's gonna be an invasion of this planet. That Lord will come back and take him planet, yo. Right? And hey, you might listen to me and talk and say me and talk bull. But as we say, if you go for your news medias, which you believe in, you're gonna see it. Right? They're gonna tell you straight up. Right? There are things flying around out there. Right? Nobody can tell why they not make them presence known to everybody yet. Right? Nobody can tell why they never touched down yet. Nobody can tell why they never attack yet. Because it's not time. Right? It's not time for them to attack. Let me just get it and tell you what they are. Right? They're not going to attack. It's not time for that. Right? But they're still performing a task. This game was. I don't know what is wrong with this search. Okay, this is Amos 9 and 8. He said, behold, the eyes of the Lord, the eyes of the Lord God are upon a sinful kingdom. And I will destroy it from the face of the earth, saving I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord. Right? So they are the eyes of the Lord. Right? They're the ones they are the watchers. Right? They're watching and recording everything that's going on. Right? So the eyes of the Lord upon a sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from the face of the earth. Just like what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, you might think of one story, right? But that's something that actually happened. Right? And the same thing are going to take place here. Right? So you need, right now, you need to be counting your stones, yo. Right? You need to be figuring out where you are or where you stand, what's going to happen to you. Right? Because what's the point? Yeah, hey, what's the point? Cause this them name man dude when march with the guns all over the place like him crazy. General him name. I don't remember. It was he and his crew walking out with guns for the Black Lives Matter protest. Talking about. I think they came in counter. If it was him or somebody affiliated with him, they came in counter with an Israelite brother. I don't remember there was a scenario. So I can figure that. But basically what happened was that they're saying that, we out here I preach and I teach is a waste of time, right? And they are saying that, you know, what they might make more sense for rise up arms, right? But that don't make any sense, right? You want to compare it, fine. If you think you can live in a white man country or the so-called enemy, America per se, and you can take up arms in your hand and you can go at them Congress or them White House or wherever, them Capitol building and take over America with your AK-47 or with your M4, right? You crazy. Yet there's no way upon this plan they're just gonna allow you to do that. Right? For you drum up that plan, you're gonna experience a drone strike. Right? You know what they call it? They call it a homeborn terrorist. Homeland security is gonna be all up your ass saying, hey, that's impossible, you can't do that. Right? The scripture says you can't spoil a strong man in his own house unless you bound the strong man first. Right? But how are you gonna bound this man? How are you gonna take him down? Right? If tomorrow man them plan to come out and eradicate all, commit genocide and all so-called blacks, Latin Americans, you know, what you gonna do to save yourself? How are you gonna save yourself? You think your AK-47 can save you? We should sound more logical. Since you want to talk about logical, right? You know, when the famine start, right? When the engineered famine start, how are you gonna save yourself? Right? When the military sieges come upon you, how are you gonna save yourself? Tell me your plan. What are you gonna do? You think the Agenda 2030 society is for you? It is not. Right? This earth is run by the so-called. YouTube are gonna strike me if me say, you know, certain things. Right? But the elite are not with you. Right? The elite are anti-you. Speaking to you so-called blacks, Native Americans, you know, the elite is anti-you. Right? You should have learned that 400 years ago. Right? You know, one of the methods or Cristobal Colon, there's some allied ships know the way if you go back to the Caribbean is by following dead bodies across the water, yo. That's how they couldn't find a way across. And that's how they find a way from island to island. They follow dead bodies in the water and trail of blood. Right? You think him change from that? You think I'm the same man? It don't mean you know good. Right? If you go to certain states in America, you feel it, yo. Right? You see them stay on your backs. Right? You see them have them Confederate flags. Matter of fact, hey, even in New Orleans in 2010, right? You people learn it again, yo. Because majority, not all of them, but most of the bodies that them find in New Orleans never die from drowning, yo, or from the storm. Them die from bullet wounds. Just remember that, yo. You're acting like, you know, 400 years ago, you know, this man changed. Are the same man, yo. Are the same man who get him riches off of slavery. Are the same one. Nothing will change, yo. Right? And you are not a part of his plan for his new world order. You're not. They're gonna maximize your asses with jobs. Right? They're gonna chip your asses. Right? And then they're gonna starve some of you to death. Right? They're gonna poison some of you. Right? They just want to do the data collection first. Put a tag on your ass, you know, and then wipe you out, yo. Whether through disease or famine or war, but you're not a part of the plan. Why do you think they have them bunkers in them mountains up in China and so forth? Right? They have them bunkers, them food and them underground cities. It's not for you. It's for them. They make it seem like it's for you. You know, because you're part of the military, or you're part of the Congress. You're not a part of the show, yo. Right, but in the final scene, they are the one who want to come out victor. Right, so we look. You should be glad. You know that them you know them scraps flying over your head, yo. Cause them are your only deliverer. Right. No matter bullets you have can save you, yo. we just want more precept on them to close that when I come close to right over them curfew time. Alright, so this is Jeremiah 23, Jeremiah 3 and verse 23. Is a truly in vain is salvation hope for from the hills and from the multitude of nations, meaning, you know, from the other nations, what you seek, say, you want to go America for make life, or you want to go China for make life, or you hope, say, you know, with the United States Army can deliver or whatever. You know, what if, you know, we whole entire life, we seek salvation from them other nations. Right? We are seek for salvation from poverty. Or you have them people in Africa who seek salvation from them wars who are going. Right? You have people out there who try to get it from multiple things. Right? But the scripture said, he said, truly is in the Lord, Yahweh Shemir Shai, is the salvation of Israel. Right? Because there's no other salvation for us. Right? You can't take up arms and save yourself, yo. Only the Lord alone can save us. Right? And this is not like the year this is not like the year 2000 or the year 2012, right? Or whenever, whichever time before that, right? Because now we have evidence. Now we have proof. But in the beginning we start without evidence, yo. We were fully faith. Right? We just believe. But now we have evidence. Right now the whole world get evidence that the Lord is out there and he's coming back, yo. Because me say if you're looking at the sky every night, if you look at the sky, you see them, yo. They're there and they might get more and more. That's why the media can't hide it anymore. Because everybody has seen it. Right? So the media can't hide it. They have to make it public and I pretend like them have a control of the situation. Right? The other day Israel, in 2019, Israel said basically them make contact. Right? The Israeli defense minister said they make contact with UFOs. Which they line out their teeth, yo. They didn't make any contact. Right? Them see it, but they just want to show the Israeli people so them have a litmus situation. And the reason why them do that is because in 2017 or 16, if I'm not wrong, there was a UFO, right? A chariot that came down over the Dome of the Rock in Israel, right? And it was 100% unexplained because they're saying if it was a foreign entity at all, why didn't the Iron Dome shoot it down? And it came right on the Dome of the Rock, yo. And that video went viral in the world. Right? So them come out a year later saying that they make contact and they have it under control. You know what, them not nothing but wicked asses, yo. But you know what? They're afraid now. They're afraid because you know them can't hide it anymore. And they see it more often. Right? That's why in the first place in 2015 them decide that they need to put a date on the New World Order. Right? And then put it for the year 2030. Right? And as time go on, trust me, for most people things are going to change drastically. The life we know now is not going to be the same. That's why Andrew always keep on talking about the new now. Right? That's why Andrew always keep on saying that. The other them light string thief talking about whoever get job and whatever can go back to parties. If no, that is not a part of the new now. Right? Because going down into 2023, 2024, you know, when things have to be going on digital, right? And certain lockdown I get more prevalent. That's why I'm gonna sensitize you by saying, you know, Saturday this time, Sunday by that time. You know, so I get people used to it. Holidays, stay home. I'm gonna sensitize you into it, yo. Hey, but you know, we're up here ride, yo, right? And it's just you brothers have your mind at the right place, right? Have your minds in the right place, yo. Focus, right? Sometimes being complacent, you know, can get you in trouble mentally, right? You get you unprepared. Right, you know, want to make certain things sketch as a thief. Right, you know, we need to be on top of game, especially at these times, yo. Don't leave yourself careless. Right, and with that, I want to say, Kalala, Yahweh Shine, you know, Kawade Yahweh Shine, and Shalom.